Didn't think we make it. Now they break their neck just to look at me. Remember when I called you and you didn't pull through? Now you hate yourself, you can look at me, look at me. You hate me.
And what up, what up, what up? What's good with y'all? Yeah, you feel me? I'm sharing, got my little non-fuzzy peach. I think this is peach by the mob on this thing. What are we getting into today, man? So today we're about to be taking the Silverado and we're about to be heading to the dyno. I'm like behind right now, so I'm about to be rushing out there, try to get there. Usually Jason's behind anyway, so probably gonna get there. We're still gonna have an hour to sit, but my tuner's appointment at 2, so I wanna try to get out there, at least be ready. So we jump into Silverado. Hopefully today goes smooth. Hopefully with this trans being all freshened up with a new converter, swap from the single disc billet back into the triple disc circle D converter. Hopefully now we can get this thing to lock up properly and we can make all the power that we should be making. The goal for today is to touch over 700, man. It's been at 680 before. Put a bigger turbo on it and I'm about to up a boost. I'm about to up the boost a little bit, so we should be able to make 700 today. I'm hoping that's what we make. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel. Hopefully the converter locks and hopefully nothing goes wrong. So with that being said, oh, almost fell on my shit. That being said, man, let's jump in the Silverado and get the f out of here. Fingers crossed for me today. Aftermath of the C6. Got trans fluid all over my driveway. Yeah. I know y'all want the infamous ding. All right, we here at the dyno. Let's go see how far behind my man Jay is, if he's gonna be making 2 o'clock or we're gonna be here to 3 o'clock before we hit the dyno. Possibly even 4 o'clock, knowing Jay asked. But let's go here, check in with everybody, see what we looking like today. So this is on the dyno. Interested in seeing what this makes, NA. I've always been curious on how these do with CL1. CL1, hold up. Is the actual ZL1?
Yeah.
I was about to say, what happens to the supercharger? How's this doing NA? I'm just curious on if you notice the torque's lower than,
Yeah,
like with the I'm talking about as far as like the high ram on the NA setup versus the stock intake as far as torque goes.
I haven't done like a comparison with the same cam, but
Torque's lower though, I'm assuming.
it is.
Yeah.
425. Very low torque, 425.
Yeah. That's that intake.
500 horsepower. So
That's not bad. I mean, he picked it up top.
Yeah.
Little torque loss, but top end. It's LS3 still, right?
it is.
Okay. Quarter heads and stage 4 cam.
Yep.
All right, it's not bad. What did it make? 5 what?
500 on the dot.
I mean, when we compare that to my NA LS3 with that ported intake,
What did you make?
496, but more torque.
Yeah.
Stock LS3 intake for the win, baby. That'd be the thing about these, about like the high rams and stuff. It's like you lose that low end torque and you pick up a little bit peak power, but that's usually the trade-off. But I'd rather have the stock intake to keep my torque. So he made 4 horsepower more than my setup, unless it keeps climbing when I was all NA. So if you have an LS3, stock LS3 intake manifold is the best intake manifold for these motors, man, as far as like all around overall keeping torque high and making decent horsepower numbers. Bro, there's always dope ass shit here. Stupid dope old schools. Look at this thing. This is clean. You can't look me in my eyes right now on the video. Am I going cross-eyed? Looking out directly in the eyes and tell me this ain't clean, bro. Oh my god. Oof. Bruh. Jeez. This is wet. I mean, we ain't gonna bypass this Camaro like this ain't the sauce, but God. Oh my god, this would be even crazier if it had a what you call a LT4 in it. This is a LT1 base, but if this had an LT4 in it, supercharged, this car would be a death trap though. This car's gonna be insane with this, even with this LT1 in it. God, bruh. You serious? What? You on time? We gonna make 2, or you got somebody after me or after him?
I got 2 more after you.
No, I'm talking about after this one.
No, I'll put you on next.
What? We on time?
Because I think yours only take me like 20 minutes. When I find out the tranny doesn't shift.
Hey, fuck you.
When I find out the tranny doesn't shift, I'm gonna say, all right, see you later.
Nah, we about to smooth today. We usually start 2 hours late. Man, 700, bruh. 700 or the tune was free. Hopefully we make 7 today. Cool little thumbnail. That truck hella dirty. Ooh. You walked over a lot. It is over the lip.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like flush. It's that fitment.
You say. You got like switches on this side. That's cool though.
Alright, so this is all done. Here go Jason doing that shit right now. Hey, remember how your car felt, bro? It ain't about to feel the same no more as soon as he do whatever he about to do right here.
On the training wheel too.
He about to pull 3 degrees of timing out. And Jason has no faith in my shit. He talking about, man, about to do 1 pull on Mike's car. It's gonna be coming off the dyno because the trend's gonna slip. So negative. All this negative energy.
What's that?
So you being negative today. What's wrong with you, negative Nancy?
I'm not being negative. I'm being real. It's like this wood grain. This thing's sick.
Oh, you like that, huh? Rubbing that wood?
Put some pledge on it before you come over here today.
Hopefully this goes smooth. It feels like it's locking though, so.
Does it feel like you ain't pop in that?
It does. But it could be all in my head. I don't know. We're gonna see. Spicy. 700 today.
Yeah. You made 700?
No, we made 680. That's the most we made. We got 7 in it. We got bigger turbo. Got bigger wastegate spring now. Feel me? Let me know when you need me to. Feel me? A couple clicks. Right now I think it's turned all the way down. Man, look at that heartbeat pulsing right there.
Look at that exhaust leak right there. 25% fuel trim. I can't tune this thing.
It does have exhaust leak, but it's leaking at the downpipe.
Hear that?
Yeah, it's exhaust leak. That's what it sounds like.
500 horsepower right there.
You're a hater.
Give you 10 degrees of timing today.
Man, you feel me? 20, 21, 700. Look at it, about to fly off the dyno.
Drop that down.
Hey, didn't I call it? She was like, ah. Was that the converter slipping or was that wheel spin?
No, it was like, it wasn't the front.
Is that engine RPM right there? The white line?
No, this is the red.
I don't know if RPM's on, but I'll show you right now.
How much was that?
Oh?
Yeah.
631?
No, the top. 700? top?
719. First pull? Was that untuned or untouched, huh?
No. RPM? I don't know if RPM was dead on.
What's that wild dip though?
Converter, I think. What did you spin it to on there? 46, is that where you let off?
Oh, if this converter ain't locking, I'm gonna lose my shit today. I'm gonna leave the truck with you, but like, just take this home, Jason. I'm gonna donate it to you.
I put a Whipple on it for me.
Nah, this turbo working good. I'll put a Whipple on my truck when you finally faster than Beto. If you ain't faster than a turbo truck, there ain't no point in me doing it. Turbo where it's at.
Turbo ain't for everybody. It's for the birds.
It's for the fast guys.
Yeah, the race trucks.
So 717 right there. I don't know if this is the converter unlocking right here or what, but it's not bad. First pull of the day. Should we try to add another quart?
I'm gonna log the converter slip right now.
Said you gonna log it?
Log the converter
If it starts
slip.
spinning, they're all involved in right here.
It does sound like it's unlocking and locking though.
It does.
I don't think it could go that fast though. Like it's.
Want me sit back here and take a look and see if it's spinning?
And the thing is that usually when a converter locks, you can feel it like a hard. This thing's more like flaring almost. You know what I'm saying? You're grabbing and at least my experience. So I'm gonna log the input shaft, the output shaft, and see what it does, and I'm gonna manually lock it.
Okay. You want me to take a look at the wheel spin back here?
He would know if it's hot. If it's hot, then it's spinning.
Is it hot? They ain't hot, they just warm.
It doesn't seem like how when they normally spin, it doesn't seem
like it sounds like it's, you know how if it was spinning, it was like it'll just ramp up?
Yeah.
It's like, like you can see the truck doing this.
That to me is how a transmission feels low on fluid. So we'll see right now.
Pulsing, converter locking and unlocking. So this turbo is
making more power.
Yeah. It doesn't feel laggier either though. Like it comes on pretty good. You said that was 14 degrees of timing?
Yeah.
We're gonna run out of fuel before we can actually see what this shit will do though.
Yep.
Oh, we're about to see right now. So once we're done, I'll let Jay explain to you what he thinks is happening. I just got done talking to him about it. Same shit. Seemed like it did it hard right there. Like you can physically see the truck bouncing. You can see the converter says locked too the whole time.
This is when it first happens, right around 44. It's staying locked, yes, and 100% duty cycle the whole time. And it's not detecting a lot of slip, but we know it's slipping.
You can see it on the dyno too, on the graph. It's like what, 400 RPM right there. You can see the trans input shaft was like 49 and engine RPM is 53.
Yeah. So in a perfect world, right? If you lock the converter in third gear, which is 1-to-1,
It should
RPM,
read exactly what the
input and
it
output.
should read the same.
Yeah. So we're at 50. We're at 5,300, 49 on the input shaft, and 43 on the output shaft. So
Output shaft's way lower.
there's also slip gear, trans slip. That's 800 RPMs difference between the input and the output. And when you lock the, when third gear is 1-to-1, so
Those two should be even too.
Yeah.
When they're locked. Hey, let me see. Let me take a picture so I can send it to them.
So here's where it matches, right? This is when I first get into it. 100% throttle, 3775 engine RPM, 3713 output, 3695
Input.
Everything's within 80 RPMs. And then when it slips, there's still the input and the RPM is still within like 200 RPMs, but there's 700 RPM difference
on the input shaft.
And there's nothing in the tune that's going to control that. That's a mechanical thing. It's in third gear, steady state when you're flooring it.
Yeah, you can see everything right here is being commanded.
Yeah.
It even says locked.
TCC applied.
Yep, 100%.
And 100% duty cycle. So there's nothing in a calibration to ask for more than 100%. So I'll put this tune, the original tune back in. Come back, Doug.
He's like, it's easy money right here.
I told you. We could have done this on the street.
Man, we get this freaking issue fixed. Fuck. It's gonna make some power.
Yeah,
it's gonna make more than my C5. Well, it already made more than C5.
Have you raffled that yet?
No. We're gonna turn that up.
I'll buy a ticket.
Hell no, because if you win it and then you fix it, I'm gonna be hella mad. I'm like, you've been holding the nigga back the whole time. It was a tune, I knew it. Alright, so coming off the dyno. So it's looking like the trans itself is slipping. It's not the torque converter. Input output shafts are, the speeds are different, so gotta figure it out.
I'd say that probably be around 750. Because you were at engine RPM. At engine RPM, you were at.
So we about to make like an extra 60 horsepower on top.
I mean, this is. So you were on your way to. You draw that line. That would have probably been about. Well, you're already at 636 there. You probably would have been on 680 on 13 degrees of timing. 700 maybe on 13 degrees. And we have another 7 or 8 to go minimum. So I think it's going to make between 725 and maybe 750. I don't know. Because all your other graphs, the horsepower and the torque were close. Ricky doesn't file these things right, so I can't find
the old one.
Your file. Yeah. So you can see here. So last time you made what? 675 and 677. So you made more horsepower than torque.
And right now we're making more torque than horsepower. So we ain't even had the crossover point yet.
No. Some of this might be torque converter multiplication from just the. And the converter looks locked, so I don't know. But yeah, you're definitely higher. So if it makes 735 torque, comparing the two, it should make 735 horsepower, right? Everything else is constant.
We're about to make 800, Glad. Give you 2 pumps.
I'm done with you, man.
Alright, what's good, my peeps? Just got back home, so I mean, y'all already heard kind of like what's going on with the truck, so no need to do a recap on it. Just gotta kind of figure out a game plan and figure out what's about to happen. So at this point, I'm like, I really just like, ugh. I should T56 swap this thing or do a TR6060. Like, I should 6-speed swap it, but we're gonna see. Trans gonna be coming back out. At least we pinpointed now that it's not the converter slipping. Something's going on with the input-output shaft speed, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's looking like this new turbo combo is gonna make a lot more power, man. This thing's gonna be probably mid 700, somewhere around there at the current boost level. That's what the boost controller turned all the way off. I did swap the spring to a 10-pound spring, so I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Get this trans fixed. Possibly do the updated wiring with the new engine software. So I'll probably do the upgraded wiring along with the new operating system. That way we can kind of get a better map sensor on here. I think with this map sensor we're kind of limited to, I think it's a 2-bar or 2.5 bar, but with the other operating system we can push this thing to 3-bar, 4-bar or whatever. So kind of won't be limited to like running 14, 15 pounds. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Just gotta come up with a game plan and figure this thing out, but it sucks. Sucks, but y'all seen the graph, so it is gonna make more power. It's already making a lot more torque, but we're gonna wrap it up. So until next time, man, sorry we didn't get this thing for my truck people. Like, I'm trying by all means. I really want to get this truck done. That way we can get some fire truck content out there, but it just sucks trying to drive it, getting your runs in when you have the truck like not putting down as much power as it should. So yeah, sorry, man, but you know, it is what it is. We'll get it situated. But like always, man, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all greatly for always rocking with your boy, and I'm about to get my ass out this heat. Love y'all. Thank y'all.
I've been going too crazy. These niggas too shady.